Today is May 2nd, and it's 10:30 a.m. and it's about 77 degrees already. And I got something to do. Today I'm going to cut grass again. I refueled the thing and I got plenty of oil, so everything's good to go. I'm going to go out to the, let's see, how do I explain this? I'm going to cut grass today first. So it's been about 2 weeks since I cut grass. I think it was on April 15th. And first thing I'm gonna cut is the grass in the big pasture along the fence by the road. I'm gonna cut that first. Yeah, I want to get that out of my way. Then I can come back here and concentrate on cutting the grass in the front yard and the side yard and up here and over that way and around the back side of those trees. Yeah, so yeah, I'll be cutting grass today. So far it's a nice day. Not too hot yet. And there's no wind, so that's good. It's good for cutting grass. Hardly any wind. All right. That's I already gassed up, so let's go out to the big pasture and cut some there by the road along the fence. It's been just over 2 weeks since I cut this grass along there. I'm gonna go down and then come back, and that's all I'm going to do along the fence. And then I'm gonna cut something else here too while I'm here. Yeah, I'm gonna cut along the fence and then turn around and then I'll come back. That's all I'm gonna cut. That's all I cut last time. You could just barely see the short grass there and then taller grass there. Last year I was cutting the whole ditch, but this year I'm just gonna cut along the fence. Two cuts down and back, and then I'll leave the rest for the road people to take care of. And while I'm here, I'll mention that, like I said, it's been 2 weeks. 2 weeks since I cut that grass last, and it's been 5 days since I locked the cattle out of this pasture here. I can already tell that it's grown in the last 5 days without the cattle eating it. And after I get done with this 2 cuts, I'm going to cut this pasture road all the way down to the bridge. Yeah, just to make it cleaner. Okay, let's go. Also, just to be safer, I went ahead and turned the fence off on this fence here. Yeah, I turned the fence off. Just in case I bump into it. And my electric box is over there. Yeah. Okay, let's get going. Let's get this done, because I got grass at the house to cut too. I may have mentioned this before, but I think the last time I cut grass is that I always cut grass here and in the yard at the highest level. I keep my deck raised as high as it'll go, because I don't need to cut down, because there's lots of crawdad holes here. They mound up dirt, and the ground's rough here and in the yard, and I don't like cutting dirt, so I raise it up as high as I can make it. It still looks clean after I cut it. Okay, let's start cutting. Well, I got the first cut done. I can see, I don't know what's growing on. There's some weeds growing here. I'll check. I think some of those weeds might be elderberry, but I'll have to wait and see. Wait until they get bigger. If I find some elderberry in there, I'll mow around them, but I won't do that today because they're too small. I'll wait till they get taller. I know those taller weeds there. Those aren't. I'm not sure what that is. It's a weed though. No, I don't like them. Anyway, I'll worry about that later. Right now I'm going to make my second cut going back, but I'm not going to cut the inside fence yet. Not this time. Maybe the next time I cut, I'll cut two paths along the inside, like it is over here. Like over here, it's starting to get tall. I can't cut the outside here with the lawnmower. So only thing I can do there is spray it, and I'll be spraying the fence one of these days, but not today. There's no cattle here anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But I can't let the weeds touch the fence, so eventually I'll have to spray all this. But I'll mow the inside, but I'll spray the outside over here, and I'll mow the inside the next time I cut grass in about 2 weeks. Okay, we'll see. Let's finish this cut first, and then I'll work on the pasture road to the bridge. Well, I was right. I stopped because I found some elderberries. Now, whether these elderberries are big enough to produce any fruit, I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and drive around this batch, this group, this bunch. Yeah. When I see a bunch like this, I'll drive around it. I can't cut everything, but at least I'll cut around. At least identify that it's here. Hopefully the road people won't cut it down, but that's probably not going to happen. Road people usually don't mow this until late in the summer. Okay, let me go ahead and make a round around this. Made a path around it. Yeah. There's quite a few plants in here. Elderberry. I don't know if they're going to make any fruit this year because I think they're pretty young. I think they got to be older. Yeah. I didn't see too many down there, but I'll check it again next time. Okay, let's go back to what I was doing. I don't see any more through here. Last year I cut all this, but this year I'm not going to bother with it. This used to be pasture. I used to have my fence going straight all the way through here, but every time it would flood, this here got all wiped out because the water would come through here, so because it's even lower here than it is up here where the fence is now, so I had to do that to save my fence during a flood. And when it was flooded, all this would fill up with debris anyway. Now it's not so bad. Of course, there could always be another flood to do it again. All right, let's go back to mowing. All right, let's go. I thought I'd stop and take a picture of this, or a video, because taking a video with the engine running is a little bit annoying to me anyway. But this is a lot better. Anyway, I made my 2 cuts. I went down and then I came back. I even mowed around that big power pole there just to make it easier for the road crew when they do cut the rest. And anyway, I might go down and make it a little bit wider. Okay, let me go ahead and get the rest of it. Yeah, Yeah, it's a lot easier to maintain when I use the lawnmower to cut this. A long time ago, I used to use the bush hog before I got this mower. I might have used my other riding mower, but I don't think so. I think this is the only time I use. This is when I started using this lawnmower down here because it cuts better, easier to control too. But I used to use the tractor and bush hog, but the bush hog is a 5-footer, and I think I probably need a 7-footer because the bush hog don't reach as wide as my tractor tires do. So I was never able to get close to the fence, so things still grew up. I still have to, even with mowing like this, eventually I'm going to have to come along here and spray underneath the fence, weed killer. But I don't have to use as much spray. Before I was spraying it way out here just to control the weeds better, the grass. But now it looks a lot better. Okay, back to mowing. Yeah, I think I'll give it another cut around the edge. That way it's easier to at least or at least have it angled here. Yeah, I'll have it angled so when the road people do come, they don't have to come in here to get this. Yeah, I'll angle both sides off so it's easier for them to make that turn, cut the rest down there. All right, let me do that. Help them out a little bit. Actually, that looks a little better. Makes it easier for them to cut that without getting too close to the pole. Okay, back to back to cutting the rest of it, or mowing the rest of it. Yeah, it looks nice this way. And like I said, next time I mow grass, probably another 2 weeks, I'll probably mow 2 cuts on the inside of the fence too, just to keep the grasses. And then after that, I'll probably spray for the weeds under the fence because by then they'll be getting pretty big. Okay, that's all. Let's keep mowing. Well, looking pretty good. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, the grass ain't very tall here yet, but the next 2 weeks though, it might be a little taller. So I'll cut 2 cuts on the inside next time I cut grass here. Yeah, that'll probably be about the middle of May. And by the end of May, I'll make 1 more cut, and then by then I should be able to let them out here in this pasture again. Let's take a look at it since I'm here. Yeah, it's been 5 days. I can already tell that grasses are starting to grow back where they were eating it anyway. Yeah. This is 5 days growth. Alright, let's go back to cutting. Get a shot from this side of the post. Okay. Yeah. Looking good so far. That mower does a good job cutting. Yeah, a little ways I'll go on this fence, and then I'll be cutting the pasture road up to the bridge. Then I'll go back to the house and start on the front yard. Well, this part's done. I cut 2 cuts all the way down and down to the other end. That's all. And I think the crop dusters are out. And I also cut half of this pasture road down to the gate. Now I'm gonna cut the other half down that way, from the gate to the bridge. Okay, let me get that done. I like to get a view from this angle here because I'm looking straight down the fence and I can see both sides of the fence. And like I said, in a couple weeks I'll be cutting this again because it'll be tall enough, since it was 2 weeks since I cut the first time. And This here, I'll be cutting this inside of the fence as well next time. Okay, let's go cut that over there. Well, the wind's picking up now from the south, coming from that direction there. So I got all that grass blowing back on me, depending on which way I'm driving. Yeah. Okay, let's get the rest of this cut and go back to the house. Cut some more there. So this is the first time I've cut this. Oh, wait a minute. No, I can't remember. Yeah, I don't think I cut this the first time. I cut the area up to the gate, up to this gate here, like I just did. But I don't remember cutting that. So that's how tall the grass would have been in the rest of the pasture if the cattle weren't there eating it. And normally I would start from the outside and work my way around and then cut the middle last, but today I'm doing different. I'm going to cut the inside first, and then all the grass will be thrown to the middle. Yeah, with the wind, you can see where the wind is blowing. Every time I cut this direction, the wind blows it back on me because it cuts out from this side, blows it out from that side. But when I go this way, it's all good because it blows it away from me. So one side's good, the other side's not. Anyway, and if you look here, there are some places where the cattle don't eat because of the manure, piles of manure, like goes from here, a bunch of them over here, all these clumps of grasses that are actually they're starting to go to seed. They're starting to bloom. They're starting to head out. So those are the areas where they don't eat because of the manure piles that were left. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, right now this is looking good. This is only 5 days of growth. I'm talking about the growth underneath the short areas, because the tall grass that was already growing before I locked them out. Okay, let's go back to cutting this section here. That's all I'm going to cut down here for now. One of these days, when the gas gets bigger, I'm gonna. What am I looking at over there? Is that a cow there? I have to go down there. I have to go look. Something white over there. Oh, I think it's the sunlight shining on the weeds. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, it's just the sunlight shining on some weeds there, I think. Way over there against the woods. Anyway, like I was saying, eventually I'm going to have to come down here and cut, go down to the other pasture and cut go through my gates that I set up last summer, and then cut on the outside of the fence before the weeds get too tall. But they're okay for now. I'll check that out some other time with the truck. See when I need to mow that. Well, let's finish this job first. Grass is so thick I had to mow over it twice to cut it all. First cut, there's always some standing, so maybe I need to sharpen my blades. I don't know. But anyway, I got this much cut. I got a couple more rounds there, and I'll be done with here. This area. One more thing to show you. It rained over an inch the other day, and I guess there's still water there. Yeah, there's still water here. Yeah, goes all the way out here under the gate. I need to have some rock put in here one of these days. I got the rock up on top of the road. Yeah, but I just don't feel like doing it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's get back to mowing. Wind's getting stronger. Tell by this tree here, blowing in from the southwest. Yeah, right behind me, and to the right. Okay, so wind or not, I gotta get it cut. All right, let's go. I'm finished. Yeah. Yeah, I'm finished. All right. I got stuck. This wheel here. I was coming down and I got that wheel in that hole. And this wheel would work, but I couldn't. This one kept spinning. I couldn't get out. Finally, I had to back up and swing the whole thing back this way. I couldn't go forward, so I guess I was spinning there. So I couldn't go forward, so I had to just keep swinging it around until I went back the other way. I got it out finally. Okay. I'm ready to go home, almost. I'm gonna take another look from the bridge. Oh boy, that wind's strong now. Look at the trees. Hey? Sometimes it gets blowing pretty hard. Calm down right now. You can see the trees over there. They're already blowing. Yeah. So here comes a gust. Oh, yeah, here it comes. Oh. Rolled me over. Anyway, I was thinking, since I got it all loaded into the center, there's some nice grass there. I might come back down with a rake and a fork, pitchfork, like a garden rake, or no, grass rake, whatever you want to call it. One's to rake them grass, and then a leaf rake. I think they call that a leaf rake. Anyway, come back and I want to pick this loose grass up. It's in the middle. I can use it in the garden for mulch. Yeah. I'll probably do the same thing at the house too if it's tall, but it's not that tall. This is taller, so I'll have more to rake up. Okay, let's check something else out since I'm down here. Creek's flowing good from that inch and a half of rain we got the other day, and I think it was a couple of days ago. Anyway, without the cattle here, there's no footprints there on the sand. Seems like there's less sand too. Anyway, that's yeah. Like I said, everything's going to start growing taller now on this side of the fence, and eventually when I get ready to cut the outside of the south fence, when the weeds get too tall there, I'll cut it with the lawnmower like I did last year, and then I'm going to cut both sides of this fence too, back there on the other side of that gate, and as far as I can on this side. Yeah, it's too narrow here. I can't get in here, so I'll just have to spray that. Anyway, let me go check the other pasture. Yeah, they could still go in this pasture. I got the gate open down there, so they could still go in here and eat and graze. And they got the pond there too. So they got a pond down here in the bottom, and they got a pond at the very top on the other end. So they'll keep this graze down as long as the road don't get too muddy. Yeah. Okay. Let me go back to what I was doing. Mowing grass. Okay, time to go home. I'll come back. Even if I don't do it today, I'll come back and I'll rake that grass up for the garden with the truck. I need to keep an eye on this. I can't remember for sure what it looked like before. But I know either that side's going up or this side's sinking. So I'm thinking that maybe this side is sinking because this is heavier. This whole block is all connected. But it's possible that one could be moving up. The other side's okay. See? Where I put that tar in the crack, where I connected them. Yeah. So, but I need to keep an eye on that. Figure out if that's getting too deep. I need to patch it. Probably with some cement. Yeah, the rest of the seams are okay. Yeah. Yeah. Those are all original. When I put the bridge in, I did that. Just so the water don't get in there and crack it open in the winter time. Yeah, like I said, I don't drive too much over there. Most of my driving is in the middle here. Yeah. But I still need to keep an eye on that. I think that might be sinking. That's my thinking. Alright. That's still not hurt nothing. Okay, let's go back to mowing grass. Well, it's a lot easier to walk without that tall grass now. And I think I'll let that dry for a day or two before I pick it up because it's still green and heavy now. So I'll let it dry first, then I'll pick it up. Well, this job's done. I cut 2 cuts there. And I cut the pasture road to the bridge. Okay, I'm done here now. Well, I'm back to cut grass here. Before I cut the grass in the yards around the house, I'm going to cut the road both sides. I'm just going to make two passes on this side and 2 or a little bit more here because I got to clean the ditch out. But it's around 2 passes, 2 cuts, all the way down to the other boundary down there in that bottom, in that low spot. Okay, let's head that way. Well, this half is done. Let's go to the path on the other side of the driveway. Well, I'm going to cut this side now. Yeah, 2 cuts along there, and then however minute it takes to clean this up here in front of this gate. I got to be careful on that hill because I don't want to slide down or turn over. So I got to be careful because I still have a lot more grass to cut up there, and in the front yard, side yard, backyard, orchard, and the pasture on the other side of the fence. Okay, let's keep cutting. Last year there was a lot of tall elderberries growing there, and I picked a lot of fruit there. But toward the end of summer, after I picked most of them, I still had a few left, and they mowed them down. But the road guys came down with this big mower, and they normally would leave the tall stuff there and then just go around it, and that's why there were so many that I could pick berries from, elderberries. But they mowed it all down last late summer or fall, and so I never got so I don't know if these are all coming. They're growing back, but I don't know. I don't think they'll have any fruit on this year because I think it takes a year or so before they have fruit. Well, I'll have to watch them, but they'll probably mow them down again anyway, so I'll have to look for my elderberry somewhere else. Oh, this side's done. And I can't mow this here with the lawnmower, so what I normally do, I get my weed killer out and spray this whole area, but it always grows back. Or how much I spray, it always grows back, but I'll spray it all. I'm not gonna do a lot on this fence this year, at least not as the cattle aren't here this summer, but I'll have to clean it up this fall before I bring cattle back to make sure the fence is cleaned off. So I might spray it. I might spray this fence even without the cattle here, because they're going to be coming back late this summer or this fall. So yeah, I'll have to keep this fence clean. You can see it's pretty thick with weeds there because there's no cattle in here to eat it. Yeah. Of course, there's only 3 in here anyway, so they wouldn't be eating that much. Anyway, there's even some vetch growing here. I may have planted vetch a long time ago. Some of it's still growing. It's sure just clog up my fence though. So anyway, I went up the hill and turned around just to cut this side because it's hard to do that when I come in for that direction. So I cut that first. Anyway, I'll cut that later. And now I'm going to work on the front yard. Well, I'm ready to cut this now. This area around here, around the driveway, and then I'll cut the front yard. But before I do that, I got something to move. This is the north side of my driveway. I got some kind of grass or something in my throat. Got a little cough now. Got something stuck in there. I need some water. And this is the side of my driveway, the road. Got that road ditch is cut too. Well, I said I had something move. I'm tired of looking at these cedar logs. I'm gonna move them somewhere. Problem, I didn't move them because I'm not sure where to put them. But I'll find a place somewhere. Yeah, I think I'll put them up underneath those cedar trees somewhere on that side. As long as they're out of my way. Moving them logs, cedar logs, a lot harder than mowing grass. At least I can sit down when I'm mowing grass. But it's done. I put them up over there. I'll show you in a minute. Yeah, that's where the logs were. They're gone now. I'll show you where I moved them. I put them over there, just this side of the end of the little hay baler. Okay. Yeah, that's a good place for them. I put some logs underneath them. Some leftover pieces. That's a good place. Whenever I get around to it someday, I gotta move all them off of there when I get ready to haul bales again with this trailer. And those are also cedar logs. I'm gonna move them probably over there somewhere. Not so. I'll need this left open so I can walk through there, but I'll probably put them over there someplace. Or even on top of that old treadmill. I don't know even where I got that. I think that was from my dad or mom or somebody. Anyway. Oh, look at that. Remember that walnut? Where did I find that walnut? Oh, when I was digging out the manure in the barn, the first time I was digging out manure in the barn, I found a walnut with a sprout on it. It was growing. And I planted it here. This one had a nut attached to it. And it's growing. So I'll have to mark that before I start mowing. Yeah, I'll mark that with a yellow pole. And it's growing. Probably don't need a walnut here, but and look at that nice orchard grass. I guess I'll let that go to seed. Not that it matters, because I can't mow that anyway. I really wanted to start spraying this to keep the weeds down, but I could see a lot of honeysuckles trying to grow back, so I'm going to try to find a way to keep everything cut, the weeds and stuff to cut so they don't get too big and out of hand. And then like that oak tree there and all these other weeds, keep them cut short but also allowing the honeysuckle to spread out and thicken up and take over. And they'll smother everything else out, but I haven't figured out what to use yet to keep that mowed. Anyway, I'll think about it. A lot of white clover growing here. Nice clump there. I hate to mow it because the honeybees like it. And there's more through there. And it goes to seed and then it'll spread, but I gotta mow it. Part of my driveway. So let's do that. Well, I'm ready to start cutting on the driveway area, and then once I get the driveway area done, then I'm gonna start on the front yard, side yard, and then when I get done with that, then I'll go to the back and cut stuff in the back, grass in the back, 1 yard at a time. And whatever I can't cut with the, like we're in this area, around the moors, wherever I can't cut, I'll spray with weed killer. Oh, I just noticed something. I gotta take a look at those grapes. I just noticed something. This grape looks like it's dead, but that grape's got two things on it. It should have a lot more. This grape should have a lot more things growing on it. But when at a closer look, it's got a few buds here and there. There's one down here, the other one over there. So maybe it's just late blooming. There's one over there, a couple over there. So I'll have to wait and see. The only thing I can do is cut back all this stuff that ain't growing nothing. Yeah, so that way it don't get in my way when I mow grass. So maybe I'll do that first. Got it cut back. Should be easy to mow around. Yeah, the white grape or green grape back there, it's growing better. Maybe that fire that I had this winter stunted it because I burnt around it. But this one's slowly coming back. It's got a few sprouts here and there. So I'll just wait and see on this one. This is a Concord. Okay. Whatever I can't mow around, whatever I can't mow down with the lawnmower, I'll use my weed killer to kill everything else. Keep the weeds under control. There's my two bush hogs. Well, I shouldn't say mine. This one's mine. That one I borrowed from the farm a long time ago because they weren't using it, and this one broke down about 20 years ago because it got something broke in the gearbox. They were using it because my brother's got two bigger ones, and that one's all rusted up. This still works for me though, and the wheel broke off. I'd like to get this one fixed up someday, but it's not on my agenda right now. I still have that brush pile to burn in there too, in the ditch. Anyway, that's what I got to work on today. Well, no, not that. Yeah, I'm going to work on that later. First thing I do is get this driveway taken care of first. Yeah, get this mowed first. Okay. Yeah, I got me a wild asparagus growing here. I don't know if it grew from seed, but it's growing in the ditch there. But it's been there for years, and I'd never paid much attention to it because this is all growed up and stuff, which I got to keep it under control somehow, without spraying it for weeds. But I'll have to think of something. Anyway, I need to burn that, but then I also want to try to preserve that because I want to dig that up maybe this fall and plant it in my garden because it don't do no good out here. Okay, back to mowing grass. There's some nice flowers growing in the yard. I don't know what they're called. They're just flowers, wild flowers to me. Yeah, but they're pretty. But I'm going to mow them down anyway. Yeah, I'm going to mow them down. Some more over here. Yeah, I'm ready to mow. I'm ready to mow here now. Let's get this started. I don't think I'm going to get it all cut today, but I'll get something done. I at least want to get the driveway and the front and side yard done today. Don't know if you can see it on the camera, but corn's growing good. Corn's up and growing now, a few inches tall already. Okay, my job is to cut grass, so let's do that. Okay, well, I got this much cut. I I didn't cut back there on the other side of the cedars yet. I got the driveway mowed. Maybe bees are flying around again. Okay, I'll cut that. Cut here the driveway and cut the front yard. I started on the side yard and I had to take a break. You wouldn't think riding a lawnmower would be hard work, but it gets tiring after a while, especially on my arm, since I got to use my arm for the controls. Okay, this is done. Well, I got this whole front of the house done. Driveway and front yard. Last year I had the cows eating the front yard. That was nice, don't have to worry about mowing it. But anyway, I didn't cut this part yet. That's not very tall, so I figured I can do that last. Or maybe tomorrow. Or maybe later. I don't know. We'll see what I feel like doing. Anyway, I stopped at the side yard because I needed to take a walk. Okay, let's go back to mowing the side yard. Get that done. Well, I still have some spraying to do around there, but not today. I'll get around to that later. I was able to mow around the trailer, the bale trailer over there. So that's good. Well, got the front yard mowed up to there. Still have to do the side yard. I did a little different today. I made a couple rounds in here in the middle, and then all I did was start going around and around, and then a few times. And then I decided, I'll just go around the whole thing, and then I just kept blowing it. I kept blowing it toward the middle, even though it wasn't cut yet, or at least this part. I just kept blowing it forward. Finally, it ended up here. Now I got something to rake up, and that's the only reason I did it that way, so I'd have something to rake for the garden. Now I'm thinking about mulch for my garden. Doing the same thing here. I mowed the middle out. Now I'm just going to go around the outside edge and then mow it toward the middle. There's not going to be much here. I thought about letting this grow up and go to seed, but then I just don't. I'd like to have it cleaned up, especially when I need to walk through here. Okay, I'm gonna start from the outside and work my way to the end. That way I'll have a little pile of grass to rake up later. Well, it's 2 p.m. already, and you can tell from what I cut here and there. You can see how much this pasture's grown up since I moved the cattle. It's been a while. I forget when I moved them. Oh yeah, it was around March 21st. March 21st, so it's over a month. Yeah, this is over a month, and it's grown back. Okay, let's move on. Well, there's hardly enough to rake here. I got some in the middle, but pretty thin. We'll see. Yeah, there's not much. There's not much to rake up, but well, I'll see what I can do. Since I was here cutting this part, I decided to just drive through there and cut this a little bit, and also cut that little bit down there from that big tree up on top, and then all the way down here, just this area. I'll cut that area and the area on the other side later, or maybe next. We'll see. I gotta refuel the lawnmower first. Oh, temperature must be up near 80 already, because it feels good in the shade. Yeah, And so I got the front yard and the side yard mowed, and then front of the driveway area mowed, and the ditch along the road. So I got that much done. I'm gonna go to the back and fuel up and go to the back and cut some more back there. One more view of the yard that I cut today, grass that I cut here by the front of the house and the side of the house over there, and what's left to cut, but not today. I'm going to cut the area that's not pasture first. I'm going to let this, I think I'm going to let this grow up more before I cut it again. Yeah, feels good in the shade. Well, it's all fueled up and ready to cut more grass at the back of the house now. I think I'll cut this top. I didn't cut this last time, so I'm going to cut it now. I'll cut what I can. I got to be careful over there. I don't know, run over a stump. What are those flowers? Those are some nice looking flowers. I want to see what those are. Those white flowers. They might be pretty flowers, but I know what that is. That's a multi-flower rose. Them wild ones. So I'm gonna mow that down for sure. I hope my mower can handle it. I'll take it slow. Or I'll go over it and cut it out later. There's a good example of that Matua grass. Yeah, it's never been cut, so that's how big it would be to cut. If I had that in the high field, boy, that would make some good hay. That stuff's expensive though, and there's a lot of work to get it in the ground too. Work and expense. Yeah, we'll see. So far I only mowed the center of the road there. I wanted to get a before shot of this little patch. There ain't much I can do around this area here against that wall. Too cluttered. I'll probably spray that or cut it with something else. Okay, but I cut the big area with the lawnmower, so let's do that. Well, silly me. I thought I could get in and get out. I forgot there's a little hump here. I may have to pull that out with something. Okay, I gotta see if I can straighten that out and back it out. Well, it's around 2:30 p.m. and it's already 85 degrees today, and I can feel it. Okay, I gotta get that lawnmower unstuck. I think I can back my truck in here with a chain and hook it to something and pull it out. I'll give it a shot. I'm not sure there's any strong point on the back of that mower I can hook a chain to. So I was thinking, I got another option here. The only reason these boards are, these logs, what do they call those? Landscaping logs, something. Only thing they're there because my wife liked flowers. She had flowers everywhere, and of course I had to help her, but that's okay. She was happy. Happy wife is happy life, right? Anyway, what I'm thinking now, since I don't need that anymore, I'm going to try to dig them out. Then I won't need to chain it. Now, if I can dig them out, I'll get that lawnmower out of there. You know, they got a post there, the post there, and a post there. Actually, I just need to get this one out and that one out. I think they're just nailed in the corners. They're just nailed to the post. Either that or I get a sledgehammer and knock them posts off, those logs off. I'll try one thing, and if it doesn't work, I'll try another. But I'm going to take them out before I try to chain it. You know, because I think if I chain the lawnmower, it'll bend or break something. So I tried digging them out. They're stuck in there pretty good. I don't know how deep they are. So I added some water, and then to loosen up the soil, soften it, And then I hit it with the sledgehammer to make the post loose. Look what I did. I woke up a bunch of ants. Look at that. Ain't that something? Well, I'll try not to touch them then. Okay. Yeah, I hit this one too. Now I'm going to see if I can lift them out of the ground. Or should I say pry them out. Well, I got this end out. Oh, take a little breather. Yeah, pried that up. I'm going to try to do the same thing over there. And if I can't get that up, I'm going to pull this all the way out first. I think I can get that out of the ground. I wouldn't have to. That way I wouldn't have to. That way I wouldn't have to pull it with the chain. Yeah. A little water in the post though. Works good. Oh boy, those ants bite. I got some ants on me. Ow! They hurt. They're as bad as those red ants and the fire ants in the Philippines. I think the fire ants are worse though. Okay, let me finish getting that off there. About half the job's done now. Let's get the other one out. That wasn't too hard. Gotta get that one out. Wouldn't hurt to get that one out too on that corner, but that one's not really in my way. I'll get that out some other time. I just want to get the lawnmower freed up. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, I got that one out of the ground, sort of. I just catching my breath. Oh, that wind feels good today. Oh yeah, 85 in the breeze. Oh yeah, that's good. That feels good, especially when I'm sweating. And I'm sweating. Feels good to sweat again. Okay, let's finish this. Get that lawnmower out of there. Oh, getting there. I got to carry them somewhere. I think for now I'll just lay them to the side. As I finish cutting, I'll put it over there out of the way for now, and then I'll carry them someplace else later. It's just too tired. I like my pry bar. I use a T-post to push it over. There's some more ants. There's some more ants on this log over in the middle here. Ain't none on this end, so I'm all good there. Let me get that off of there so I can get that lawnmower freed up. Mission accomplished. I'll get those. I'll get that other log that goes that way, a little short piece. It's not in my way. I was just going to move these for now over to here, and I'll take care of them later. I want to get back to mowing before it gets too late. Did I say it's almost 3 o'clock? Yeah. Okay, let's move them logs and then put the truck back and get back on the lawnmower. It was biting me. It wouldn't let go. Anyway, I got the 2 boards out that I needed to. That post is rotten anyway. But there's another post down there. Like I said, I can pull that out anytime. It's not in my way, I don't think. I gotta fill in those holes yet, and then I'll put the truck back. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't have to pull it with the chain. I'm sure I'd tear something up. Okay, let's get back to work. Oh, I went ahead and pulled it out anyway. Like I said, corner was rotted off. And I was able to pull it out too. Besides, I had my tools here ready. So I just finished the job. Okay, now I can put the truck away. It's just a temporary location for him right now. But eventually I'm going to Move them over there underneath the cedar. I got some more lumber up there in that area. So I'm going to put them there too. Let's move the truck back. The phone was low on battery, so I went ahead and plugged in my spare battery. Anyway, I'm good to go now. And I got those boards removed, all of them, all 3 sections. And I put them over there. For now, move them some other time. And I should be able to get out of there now. I dug a little hole on this side from the spinning. I think I can get out. Nothing else, I'll just go this way. Yeah, that should make me go out. Okay, let's get her started again. And I'm going to cut that first, like I said. And hopefully I won't run over nothing else or get stuck somewhere. Oh, and of course, I should have expected that. Since that lawnmower's on an incline, I don't know what I stepped on, but my foot slipped, and it seemed like I fell this way. Felt like it was in slow motion, but it's because I was hanging on. Good thing I was hanging on to that bar there. I was hanging on to that the whole time. So as I was falling, I was grabbing that, and I slowed my fall. So I fell real slow, and I just laid on my side. Took off the cooler too. I didn't get hurt, except my pride. We gotta be more careful. I think it happened because I was tired. I also got hooked on that orange thing there too. I'm not sure what it was, pants or something, because that was all the way up. Somehow I pulled it down. Probably my butt. Okay, let's straighten everything up and see if I can get on there correctly this time. Oh, I got on it. I can barely stay on them. Already sliding off. Gotta brace myself. I think when I start it, I think I'm just going to go that way. That seems like the easiest way to go. Just make a left turn and get off of this hill. Okay, let's see what I can get out of here. Well, I made it. I'm out. Let's go back to work. I got out. I just turned this way and rolled right down the hill. Yeah, that's why I got stuck. I forgot there was a hump there, a hump of soil. Yeah, I forgot all about that hump of soil. And once I got over the top of it, I couldn't back. Besides, my tire was hitting that board or the logs. Anyway, I'm out now. Let's cut that first. Okay, I got that done. Oh, I forgot. I need a couple passes along there. I almost forgot about that side. We'll cut this area next. First, I want to cut the strip going straight down. Yeah, I'll cut that later. I'm going to cut that strip in there, and then I want to cut this area right here, right on top of this hill, like I did before. Okay, let's cut that. Well, at least I got something to rake up on this patch. Yeah, I got something to rake for the garden. And yeah, and then I left that matua there just so I can see how it matures. And I think that's honeysuckle. I'm gonna leave that for now. And I need to cut those trees out with something for the next time. I don't want to cut them all close to the ground. Well, this is the view from the top. Yeah, I got a little close to the fiberglass roofing there. I need to get that out of there. I either ran it over with the tire, which I probably did, but it looks like I caught something on the lawnmower too. Okay, let's go down and cut some more. I'm going to cut this first though. Just a little bit there. What's next? I'm not going to cut way down in there. I'm going to do that later. That'll be the last thing I do. For right now though, I want to cut this area because this is where I walk mostly. And I might go down and around by the pear tree, come up to the edge of the garden. Yeah, corner of that garden. Yeah, I'll go in that little area. Okay, let me do that. And then the next one will be over there. Just so it's easier to walk. And it looks nice too. Cooled off a little bit because we got more cloudy and now the sun is not shining so hard. At least not directly. So, and there is still a little breeze, so yeah, it feels a little better, a little cooler. Oh, it's 4:15 p.m. now. I'm almost done. I cut this section here. I got it piled up. I got some area to rake up for mulch for the garden. No sense to waste it. And I cut this up in the low spot, and I wound up with a patch of grass that I can rake up for the garden too. I wasn't going to cut this yet, but I wanted to give it a try, so I did. It's kind of scary, especially when I started spinning going up the hill. Yeah, the ground's still pretty wet there. You see a spin out I did there, but that was coming down the hill. And I spun out over there. I spun out a lot near the top. Yeah, because the hill got steeper. Yeah, I had to be careful I didn't flip my thing. I almost got stuck over there next to the fence, underneath the pear tree there, the branch of the pear tree. Yeah, right about there. I got too close to the fence and the ground was real muddy there. Oh, my left wheel was keep spinning. Luckily I was able to back it down and swing the front end out here to get back down the hill. But anyway, what I did here, this was thick because I didn't cut this last time. So what I did here, I mowed up and down the strip in the middle, and then I just kept mowing around and around and around, blowing everything toward the center. And I did that there, then I did it over there, and then I did it over here. So I got plenty of grass there to rake up. But problem with that, there was some thistles in there. So I'm gonna have to wear gloves because there's a lot of thistle. They're not blooming, so there's no problem with seeds. But I got to be careful I don't get stuck with the thistle leaves. Yeah, because they're sharp. Anyway, this grass is done. I don't even know if I can drive up in there. Yeah, I can't even drive up in there. So I guess I'll just leave that or spray it. Yeah, I might just leave it, let the cows clean it up when I bring them back in. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, this is the last patch of grass I'm going to cut today. I'm tired. Really tired. I'm just glad it got cloudy and not cooled off, so it feels better now. Sun was shining, it was pretty hot. But now, it feels okay. And it's also got a little breeze, so that's even better. Finish this and then I'll park my lawnmower and then I can get cleaned up. Okay. Well, it's 4:30 p.m. and on May 2nd, 2024, and I'm done cutting grass for today. I got more. Yeah, there's some thistle. There was a lot of thistles down on the hill. Still some more down there. I'll spray those, but That's too steep to mow. I almost spun out there too. Well, I was lucky. I remember not to go down that far again. Okay, I've got some raking to do. In a couple days after it dries, it's too wet right now. The grass is too, I want the grass to be dry so it's lighter. Okay, that's all for today. I shouldn't say that yet. I gotta check the barn first. I parked the lawnmower back where I found it, and I might be using it tomorrow or the next day whenever I feel like cutting some more pasture, or not. Oh, I did miss a spot. Okay, but I think I meant to miss it. Okay, I'll check it tomorrow. I kind of remember saying something after I cut the front yard. I was comparing the front yard after it was cut to what's growing here. I already cut this once in the spring, and then I thought to myself after I cut the front yard, why don't I just let this grow up and go to seed? I'll still have to come out and spray the thistles because there's a lot of thistles in there, but I think I was just going to let this grow up. If I do anything, I'll mow a path. I'll mow a path where I can walk. Probably along that fence line up there. Yeah, I'll mow up there. And then I might even mow the thistles, because most of the thistles are right in that center area around that where the old manure is. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just mow a path along there and leave the rest. I might mow a path along the edge of the pond too, because sometimes I walk along the edge of the pond looking for turtles. Okay, that's planned for tomorrow. And I got to cut the back side of the north side of the cedar trees over there by the driveway. Cut that too, I forgot. Although that's not very tall, so it's not that big deal. It can grow up too. Okay, now I can check the barn. I'll cut this hill. I got 3 strips of cut grass, and one over here. Yeah, it's pretty thick too. Especially this one. This is real thick. It was a wider spot. Yeah, that'll make good mulch for the garden. But I'm gonna let it dry for a couple days before I pick it up. Well, at least I got something planted in the garden. Whether it's going to grow or not is another story. I don't think I can get the lawnmower in here. But I'll think about it. It's not much to cut anyway. Just a bunch of weeds. I can spray those. Turned out to be a good day for cutting grass. Look at that. Sun broke through the clouds again. But I'm done cutting, so it's okay. I gotta check something in the barn. Still a lot of bees flying around. And going in the hole. Oh look, I just saw one going in the hole there. Yeah, they're still buzzing pretty much. Flying around a lot. But I also see a lot of dead ones here. I don't know if that was from yesterday, all those little black things. I think those are dead bees. Maybe not. Maybe not. I'll have to look at them. Yeah, they're dead bees. But these aren't dead. They're still going into the holes. Hopefully they die later on. Let's hope so. I'm even seeing dead bees out here on this concrete. Not that thick, but yeah, there's one down there. I can't point to it. I think it's there. There's somewhere. No, it's there. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I still see them. There's a couple right there by the crack. Right there. There's 2 right there. So they are dying. Yeah. Oh, there's no digging here. There's a dead bee there too. But they're still flying around. Hopefully they're getting poisoned as they go in and out of the holes. Okay. Okay, that's all for today. I had enough to do. I ain't worried about bees right now. I'm just glad to see some dead ones. Oh, good. I got one. I got another. That's my second groundhog. I'll come back later and take care of it. I gotta rest up. You sure caused me a lot of trouble, groundhog. You and your companion that I took care of about a week ago. Yeah. You sure give me you sure caused me a lot of problems. I'll tell you that. Don't worry. Don't worry. Hopefully you're the last one. But I'll keep the trap set after I get rid of this one. Just in case there's more. Okay. Something smells like a skunk. If it ain't, I think it's him. I think it smells like a skunk. I didn't know groundhogs had a smell. This is about the closest I've been to a groundhog since I was a kid. We tried to shoot them when we were kids, but we weren't very good at it. The neighbors, the farmers didn't like them because they would eat the soybeans. So we try to go hunt for them in the edge of the soybean field, but I wasn't a very good shot. But we got a couple. Yeah, but I don't remember stinking like a skunk. But anyway, I'm glad I caught it. Take care of them later. I'm gonna get cleaned up. I'm all dirty and sweaty, and I'm tired too, so I need some rest. Yeah, he can wait, or it can wait. All right, that's all for now. I'll catch you later. Yeah, grass is growing good. Pasture grass. I don't really want to cut that this summer if I don't have to, because I want to stockpile it for the cattle, but I want to control the ironweed, so I'll have to watch ironweed, see what they need. Of course, in the past, when the cattle were eating the grass, toward late summer, that's all that was left in the pasture was the ironweed, so I always let them go to seed anyway. I always mowed them too late, either when they were blooming or after they bloomed. They were pretty tall. Anyway, that's what I got here. Okay, at least it's growing. Yeah, that's good. And some more over here. Here's a view of this area that I mowed. Like I said, this is too steep. I couldn't get up this hill, and I sure wasn't going to flip my lawnmower for this little patch. I might be able to come in from the other side there, but I have to squeeze on this side of the baler, and that's pretty tight. Anyway, right now I got enough to do. Got to wait till this dries up, and then I'm going to pick up this loose grass. Then I need to break that off, and I need to break that tree off down there too, because it's in my way. Yeah, it's dead anyway. It's been dead for a couple of years. I'm surprised it didn't break already. Okay, that's all for today. I'll catch you on the next one. That's all. I'm done with the groundhog, so I didn't need to show you that I'm resetting the trap. Oh, sure, I'm glad I caught another one. I'm really tired of them. Now I know how to do it. I still got to block the holes inside the barn. If there's a hole outside, I'm gonna leave it open and set a trap. Sooner or later they'll go in. I need some bait. I put some ground corn in there, so I think that worked. I think they eat ground corn, but I'm not sure. I know they eat soybeans. So they're a vegetarian. They eat grass. Maybe I'll put some grass in there, or hay. Who knows? They probably like fresh grass. Anyway, that's all for now. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Oh, those carpenter bees and those groundhogs in the barn, they sure keep me busy. Yeah, seems like it's a never-ending battle. Well, it's 7 p.m. now. It's still May 2nd. And it looks like the temperature went down to 70, back down to 77, I think. Anyway, I'm going to go out to the barn and take care of that groundhog. Sun won't go down for another 50 minutes or so. Oh, it just started to rain. Yeah, it's just a little. Oh, get out, go! Oh, cat! I don't have a shirt on, you stupid cat. Jumped on my back. Clawed me. On my back. Ay. Crazy cat. What was I saying? I really strangled this cat. Oh, yeah, it just started to rain. It's real light rain, so I still go out to the barn and take care of that groundhog. Cat. I didn't need those scratches on my back. Alright, I'll be out to the barn. Well, it's just after 7 p.m., a quarter after, and it's raining lightly. You can see on the pond. Yeah, it's light sprinkle. And then I got to take care of this groundhog. I think the word is called dispatch. I have to dispatch this groundhog. Okay, groundhog. Say goodbye. Alright, it's either you or me. And I'm staying. Well, I can say for sure that groundhog is the one that smells like a skunk. And you can see there's a hole down in there. Okay, I'm gonna clean the trap out and then I'll reset it. In case there's another one in there. Well, this is the first time I've ever seen that up close. It looks like they got mammary glands in the back. It looks like I see 5 there, probably 6. Anyway, 5, and then 4 up front. There's nothing in the middle, so this must be the female. And I'm thinking they might have babies. So if they got babies, I'll have to wait till they come out. Okay, so they got babies in there, and this one has a tail. The first one I caught didn't have a tail. Had a real short tail, if it had any tail at all. And I'm getting a little wet. Anyway, I'm first time I ever saw a groundhog with udders. Of course, when I was a kid, I didn't even think about that. But I'm pretty sure she's got babies. All right, I reset the trap, so let's go take a look at that. Yeah, I reset the trap with some corn and baited it with corn. So let's see what happens. Let's see if those babies come out. If the babies come out, then I'll catch them too. Or, since there's no mama, the babies might just die in their nest. Okay, so we'll see how that works out. I'll have to keep an eye on the holes inside the barn because there might be more than 2 adults in there. So we'll see. And I don't know how big the babies are either. So, if there are babies. So, if there's any more groundhogs, this is how I'm going to catch them. Keep the holes plugged up inside the barn. Wherever I find them, keep them plugged. Force the groundhogs to come out this hole. Well, it's still raining. It's real light rain. You can tell by the pond. It's a real light rain. And so even if there's a nice sunset, I'm not going to catch it. I'm too tired. But I'm glad I got a second groundhog. I'm glad I caught the second one. Now I'm just wondering if there's any babies inside the whole nest, and how big they are, if they are, and if I'll be able to catch them too. Okay, I'll just have to keep checking for more holes and more groundhogs. I'll keep a trap set at that hole, see what I find, see what I catch. All right, that's all for today. All right. Yeah. I'll catch you on the next one then. All right, bye. Now that it's raining, I don't hear any bees in the barn. I mean, the rain's making noise in there, but I would still be able to hear the bees. I don't see them and I don't hear them. So when it's raining, I guess they hide somewhere. Anyway, I'm glad they're gone. At least they're all asleep now, I guess, hiding. Look at that cat. What's that cat doing? Anyway, I'm going back to the house now, and then I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Oh, this will be my ending shot. All right. It's raining, so that's good. Help the grass grow back. And help my garden grow too. All right. That's all for today. Catch you on the next one.